Over 8 million and booming. Vibrant, a monument to greatness. The drive to succeed. Every corner steeped in history. An ode to the old. Landmarks that shape the skyline. The people, the places that make this city great.
Well, good day to you worldwide, and welcome to London.
The capital's theatre for drama, suspense, anticipation.
Chelsea, for now it appears, the pre-eminent force in London football.
The pulse of the city. It ebbs and flows. The power shifting from red to blue.
Arsenal against Chelsea, Chelsea against Arsenal. The west of London or the north of London, wherever they play this game, it always matters.
Rich history, names that have left their mark on this great city. For anything but your average game of football.
Full time, Arsenal 3, Chelsea 0.
Last season's game at the Emirates was very important for Chelsea. I mean, it was the turning point in their season, really. People forget how badly they started. And this game was crucial because Arsenal were 3-0 up very quickly. And after about an hour, Conte just completely decided to, I'd say, abandon the game, really, and just use the second half as a training session. And he switched system, he took off Fabregas and brought on Marcos Alonso and immediately switched to a 3-4-3 system. And it went reasonably well for the remainder of that game. Tough to tell because I think Arsenal stopped playing. But from then on, Chelsea used that system every week, and obviously it worked brilliantly for them. Playing three at the back, first of all, it just gives the opposition something to think about. It's just different responsibilities for the opposition players, particularly in wide areas. Teams have really struggled to cope with Hazard and Pedro drifting inside, and then the wing-backs overlapping into space. It often means that Chelsea end up playing with effectively a front five. And when you're playing four at the back, that's an obvious problem in terms of overloading and in terms of who's going to come back and trap those players. And it's it's meant that a lot of teams have found the easiest way is to play the similar system themselves and just have wing-backs against wing-backs.
My rotation and the best goal, the best target is to try to make the best decision for every game and try also to win. Must pay great attention. We have to fight. We have to play a game against a rival.
I think Arsenal's problem in the back three we saw against Liverpool recently, it wasn't necessarily the back three themselves, it was the fact they were just so readily exposed. The central midfielders in that game, Xhaka and Ramsey, were just constantly caught out too high up the pitch. And playing the wing-back role is a very specialised role as well, and I think Arsenal they've switched their wing-backs at times from right to left, which I think probably hasn't helped. And they just don't quite have the relationships between players.
For me, playing as a wing-back, I have a little bit more of freedom or less pressure when defending, as with five instead of four. Playing with the back four, I think, is you got more support from the midfielders when getting on the ball than playing with the five, and I think that's, for me, the main two advantages that you have in both systems.
This weekend, I think Arsene Wenger will probably use a back three himself again and probably put Hector Bellerin up against Marcos Alonso in a kind of all Spanish wing-back battle down the flank. Morata's the interesting player, could cause Arsenal problems. I think he just allows Chelsea to play in a direct manner. Obviously they've got Hazard and Pedro floating between the lines, but Morata's just a kind of old-school number 9, if you like, and I think with Arsenal's defenders maybe they won't particularly like that kind of threat. I can see Arsenal having a lot of the ball. I think if you look at the FA Cup final, Arsenal dominated from the outset. I think Wenger will probably be reminding his players of that game, and I think after Arsenal's last big game performance against Liverpool, they probably just need